persons who are going to the corner shop on a Sunday or a Saturday or whichever day to buy the 2 pound of rice, the big jar of oil, the half of bread and so forth, and the half of chicken or chicken parts or chicken back. Those persons are not wearing their masks.
Bang.
For more civilized age.
You don't know a BASHED I represent for the one done. FM Edjahz. Like, subscribe, leave a comment and share. And if you are too dirty, don't come over here. Big up yourself, FM Edjahz, and you all at the globe.
One man come see good people dead, while the wicked still alive. While more if you ask you a question, you know, yeah. One heap of questions, but to have the answers.
Up top. You don't know if you just there up on a brand new show, a fresh new show. Big up all of my subscribers and all of my viewers them. And all who not subscribe it, nothing at all no change. The door is always open, so no know if you go do. On this show we have some serious topics to address. Definitely buckery take place, so I give the people the update and also share my opinion based off of my perspective. Now the latest buckery take place at the JLP MP down at Westmoreland. We beat up him woman. The MP go by the name of George Wright, and for the real people it look like him in some deep shit based off of the footage. A viral video has been circulating social media with the MP beat up him woman. Now that video, that little tussle in there between MP and him lady, it would have tricked the crowd saying nothing really that man and woman are war. To how them a tussle with the stool, the MP a drive out, the female a take up the stool and a seal it in him car. Enough of would say alright, a simple thing that I must burn him gear. And the woman mad I'm a try walk her out, drive her out and she fling the stool in the car. Now, when I see when I see the second video people, when I can't go show no, it was definitely not a fight between a man and a woman. It is actually a man beating his lady. Definitely not a good look. Zero tolerance. Especially coming from a government official, a MP. People supposed to see how the drunk crab beat the woman out of the stool. Brother, you could have never love your woman and do that. You know no mother pussy hole. Zero tolerance to the man them we beat them woman. We not justify no farmer beating round here. But brother, not even now one box, you use a stool and beat the lady. Nah man, you're drunk or you're shit house. That a no fight, that a beat up. And the worst part of this, you know, people, the most goodly come out of it at the drunk or lose him job. Him already file a complaint to the police and a cry self-defense. He must say the woman attack him first and the only thing we could do is defend himself. But thank God for this video, we can show the court say him did have the whole situation under control. Him inflicting those beating on the lady definitely never call for. That is not self-defense, that is straight up beat up. Anyways, you don't know he's a part of the system, so don't be surprised if him get off this one easily. As I said before, the most goodly happen that him a lose him job. This a go play out in a court and maybe him woman a follow it up as well. Anyways, this MP is wanted now by the police for questioning. Bear in mind, he filed a complaint before, but the police them never did see the video. Nothing more than a drunk cry used him made in case the woman go file a complaint, in which she did. So a theme word against fear word them time there. Now the video out and spoil whole line plans. All of a sudden, them can't find Mr. MP. Peace officers, no need for doing no work. The people them attack say if it was a regular civilian, would have find him long time. No need for go in my yard and check if he might hide and die in bed. Anyways, my people, leave in the comment here and let me know what you think about the whole topic. Tell me if the Prime Minister for immediately kick this man out of party. And also let me know if you think the peace officers them a try their best for locate this man. So the comment here is open and you definitely know if you do.
In your response just now, on two occasions, you touched on the systemic inequality in the country. The persons in your constituency and in so many other constituencies across the island who can't buy food for 3 days of lockdown, they are saying this is you carrying the inequality even further, because Vernon buys food for the month, but you know the little corner shop in Olympic Way, and a Sunday morning it's full with everybody buy 2 pounds of chicken and 2 pounds of rice.
Buy for each day, yeah.
Each day, but your government has said to them, you can't do that.
So you know, which is my point I was making to you earlier. Journalism in the country has to go further than just what is common knowledge. Obviously, it's common knowledge that if you lock down, you can't, you know, as I was giving the example of the farmer who has to come in from St. Mary, who sells in Coronation Market, that household that depends on that sale in Coronation on Saturday, that is gone. So they are not able to stock up like Vernon, who gets his pay on a monthly basis and goes to Price Mart and comes out with 3 or 4 trolleys.
Oh, I wish.
The point, obviously we know that. That's you're repeating what we already know.
Yeah.
What we don't know, how do we stop that from happening? And why do we have to do this? We have to lock down because the persons who are going to the corner shop on a Sunday or a Saturday or whichever day to buy the 2 pounds of rice, the big jar of oil, the half of bread and so forth, and the half of chicken or chicken parts or chicken back. Those persons are not wearing their masks. They are not social distancing. They may not get ill, but their grandmother or an older uncle would get ill.
Yeah.
And when they go to the hospital, there is no bed there for them or oxygen there for them. And then they go on social media and say, the government wicked, see what they are suffering.
Yeah.
Not making the connection. And I'm saying that the conversation that we're having is being very limited. And this is what I was saying earlier to you, that the management of the information in the pandemic is as much as of importance as how we manage the health and the economy. Because this infodemic, which is being used to highlight in some cases, which is important, but in an opportunistic way to create social tensions, to create divergence and conflict in the society because of the existing and traditional inequalities and inequities, that is also a very dangerous thing in the society, of which the government is very sensitive. And I raised it, that if we are going to ensure that people wherever in Jamaica can, continue with their hustle, continue with their jobs, earn income, and continue with commerce, continue with going back to school, they will also have to learn to live with the pandemic, live with the coronavirus, which only moves if people move, which is only transmitted if you are in proximity or you touch a surface where the virus is alive. So it's important that you keep sanitizing your hands. And to avoid the proximity issue, wear a mask. It's not rocket science. It is simple public health. And it's not the first that we have had to do this. In many years gone by, when we had cholera and other kinds of diseases, we have had to take similar public health stance. And we have been successful in that, in hand washing, not spitting on the streets and so forth. We have had to do that. And we can do it now. We have greater hope that the pandemic will end. How will the pandemic end? The pandemic can end in the natural courses that we have seen in history, where people who did not have an understanding of the public health science behind transmission just went about their business in a normal way, and a significant portion of the population died and got natural immunity for those who survived. Or we can use our heads and take the knowledge that is there and comply with the measures until the storm passes. And it will pass if we follow these rules, if we don't give the virus any space to move about, to be transmitted, and to infect others. And that is just by changing the way in which we behave.
Now, after that interview, the Prime Minister received a lot of backlash. Some people say Andrew front, he might try point finger upon the lower class, say them a spread corona, while some are say the Prime Minister switch upon the same lower class to vote him in. Now, in a real life, people, you know a regular will beat Andrew Holness with some decision where he make from the other day. But not because he might do some buckery and I like me go quick for burn him out. Now, in my opinion, I feel like the people interpret what the Prime Minister said in the wrong way. The interviewer asked Andrew Holness say what him think about the systematic inequality that take place in the country, based up half of the measures them were set in place to contain the outbreak. The interviewer asked him how he plan to fix that, and mostly the lower class I feel it. As so comes the Prime Minister reach over the poor people them side, you know. Him never specifically point out say them a spread the outbreak. The interviewer asked him say what to them we are get unfairly treated, based up half of the measures them were set in place to contain the outbreak. And that's why the Prime Minister said we need to stop read the obvious and pray why we're doing it. Him a highlight said the same corner shop where the lower class go, no social distance now practice, no mask now wear, none of the measures them now take place. Remember, say supermarket and certain places you can't go in there without a mask. But at the corner shop in the ghetto, a man can do what he want to do. So right there, Sir Andrew take time go around the real question, and that is finding a solution for the systematic inequality. Meaning, make sure so everybody can stack up them house just the same. Both the poorer class, the middle class, and the upper class. So my people, stop pay attention to the less important part of this interview. The most important part are what Andrew plan for do about the poor people and we can't afford to stack up them house. The same poor people and we depend upon the corner shop them, we depend on full lockdown on weekends. Anyways, in the last part of the interview, it's like the Prime Minister give him solution. Basically, what me get from it is like him a show we say the more we cooperate, the more the place he take time free up, and the more we see an end to the systematic inequality. Because when I try to show the interviewer say, the same corner shop and the lower class people and when I question him about, and them same one now follow the outbreak measures. So the more them cooperate, the more the place get free up, so them can buy what them want at them regular corner shop. In which Mr. PM, you have to understand so the country and rule it. You have to follow up with a better solution. Because you have one and few people that follow these measures at this same corner shop. And when we see you go on at the good I suffer for the bad. Suppose it not get no better than what we see it. Can't just left them up and make them dead for hungry. A better solution is needed. Anyways, leave in the comment area and share an opinion on the whole topic. For now, I'm out. That was it for the show. Big up all of my subscribers and all of the viewers who stay until the end of the show. Really appreciate it. Bless up on yourself and go and live good.
You can't tell the good people from the monsters. Them genuine, no genuine, why you live no longer. I know you tell yourself love one another, but nowadays you can't even